Modelo grunted as he gripped his crude spear tightly, the rough stone shaft digging into his calloused palms. He moved stealthily through the tall grass of the savanna, his keen eyes scanning for any sign of movement. His prey on this hunt was the old, mangy lion named Anthony that had been lurking too close to the tribe's cave dwellings as of late. Modelo scoffed inwardly as he spotted the aging beast up ahead. Anthony's once magnificent mane was thinning and matted, his frame leaner than in his youth. He walked with a slight but noticeable limp, favoring his left foreleg. An easy kill for an experienced hunter like Modelo. This would be over quickly. As Modelo closed in, Anthony laid perfectly still in the golden grass, his yellowed eyes following the caveman's movements intently. Raising his arm, Modelo steadied the spear, licking his dry lips in anticipation of the first draw of blood. With a mighty heave, he let the projectile fly straight and true. But at the last second Anthony was already moving. He dodged the spear with surprising agility, pivoting on his haunches in a blur of tawny fur. The arrogant smile instantly faded from Modelo's face as Anthony opened his massive jaws, revealing row upon row of dagger-like teeth. A deafening roar erupted from the lion's throat, seeming to shake the very ground. Modelo backpedaled, fumbling in the grass for another crude spear, but it was too late. Anthony was on him in a flash, roaring like a hairy, fanged nightmare. Searing, white-hot pain lanced through Modelo's face as Anthony's powerful jaws clamped down, shattering bone and spraying the hunter's blood in a wide arc. Modelo's screams of agony turned to horrible, gurgling snarls as the lion's fangs sliced through his throat. The last things he saw were Anthony's wild, feral eyes, filled with a hunter's intensity that the caveman could never match. Then everything went black. The tribe never saw the ambush coming. While Modelo's mangled corpse grew cold on the savanna, Anthony padded into the series of caves that housed the clan. He moved with a predator's stealth, his rough tongue sliding over his blood-smeared muzzle in anticipation of the slaughter. Modelo's mate Yokozuna was among the first to die, Anthony's claws shredding her abdomen and spilling her entrails in a tangle of limbs as she tried feebly to protect her children. But they too were quickly torn apart by the massive jaws clamped around their tiny bodies, filling the caves with the sickening sounds of crunching bone. Their neighbor Medusa came running at the commotion, a heavy rock clutched in her hands to use as a weapon. But Anthony was on her in a flash, knocking her face down with a heavy blow of his paw. He then set about disemboweling her alive, her agonizing shrieks echoing through the cave system until they abruptly cut off in a wet gurgle. Skeletor, a respected elder of the clan, tried frantically to flee as the cave walls ran red with the blood of his kin. He gripped his precious stone tablet book, Brave New World, tightly to his bony chest, his eyes wide with terror. But Anthony's jaws found his exposed neck from behind, clamping down with terrible swiftness and ferocity, crushing the old man's trachea. Within the span of just a few blood-soaked hours, Anthony had systematically massacred the entire tribe in his frenzy of bloodlust and insatiable hunger. Not one member was spared from his furious onslaught, their bodies left strewn about the caves in mutilated heaps. As the sun finally set over the gory scene, Anthony loped off into the endless savanna once more, his mighty maw and mane drenched in the crimson evidence of his tribe kill. The killer lion had proven his prowess as an elite predator, having forever etched his name into the caveman legends of the area in a trail of death.
I can sense your fear. I can sense your fear. I can see your weakness.